Hey folks, it's Johnny at Prepper Base 1. With this video I'm starting a new playlist called Survival Faith. And I'm doing it because I think faith is just an important component to survival as your weapons, your ammunition, your water, your food, and all the things that we do to prepare for emergencies. Now this is going to be primarily directed toward the Christian prepper because I'm of the Christian faith. And I hope that anybody that watches this will get some out of it. Okay? So before I get started, there's a couple things I need to explain. Number one, I'm not a minister. I wasn't called to ministry. I'm an ex-Army sergeant. I'm just a guy that reads his owner's manual. The second thing is I'm a non-denominational Christian. That means I'm not a Baptist, a Lutheran, a Catholic, or anything. I just read my owner's manual. The Bible version I use is the New King James Version. Now I understand the Old King James because I went to a good education system that taught English literature instead of Marvel comic books, and I understand thee and thou, beget, begot, and I understand that divers actually is pronounced a verse, and that's the way they spelled it back then. But New King James does tend to make it simpler for people to understand. So you can kind of consider this a sort of a mini Bible study for Patriot Preppers, and I'm going to enjoy doing it, and I hope you do too. So the last thing I want to mention is that I'm going to turn off the comments on this particular set of videos, and I want to explain why. It's not that I don't care what you think. It's that number one, I want to avoid all the liberal trolls on prepper sites that hate religion. I don't feel like arguing with them. And the second thing is I don't feel like getting into long conversations with fellow believers, okay? There's a thumbs up and a thumbs down button down below. You can thumbs up or thumbs down and let me know how you feel about it that way. So, having said all that, let's get started on the first verse I'd like to discuss. Now the Apostle Paul, who wrote over half the New Testament, wrote a letter to the church in Ephesus, and that's in the book of Ephesians. And the verse I want to talk about today is Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. And I'm going to read this from the New King James Version. Now to him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that works in us. Now I probably read this a number of times in the Bible, and one day it just suddenly struck me the profound importance of this verse. Most Christians focus on the first part, that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think. And that's true. Obviously, he's God. He can do anything he wants to. They fail to focus on the second part of the verse that says, according to the power that works in us. Now to me, in the coming days and the trials and tribulations we got coming down to us economically, socially, politically, whatever, we're all going to need as much power as we can find. So how do you find that power that works within you? How do you tap into it and use it to your advantage? Well, read your owner's manual. It'll explain to you how. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it did you some good, caused you to think a little bit. And if you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe down there. Push that subscribe button. It ain't going to cost you a dime. So until next video, God bless, and watch 6.